Whoa.
I'm sorry, I'm throwing up first.
Now he's super cool. Lots of windows. I like that balcony. It's creative.
Hope you like being cold, because that's what I think of when I see that room, but it's clean.
It's possible I would leave it furnished like that if we were showing it, but I would never photo it like that. I would have taken out that plan for sure to be able to kind of make it a little more. Your first impression is always on the internet. That doesn't excite me.
Clean and sleek. We're seeing a lot of that. This kind of never goes away. The modern look, go through trends where all of a sudden they'll use a modern kitchen, for an example, and then they'll do like an antique island with a farm sink. There's a lot of different things going on there. You've got brushed brass, black cabinets, you've got gray uppers, you've got a farm sink, two different kinds of countertops. This is more of an eclectic mix of styles, in my opinion, than modern. But I think the modern is the sleek, clean.
I would have loved it if they would have taken some of that modern and put it in with that one. Contemporary. This one's a hard one for me to do because I'm not really, I kind of like some pieces of contemporary, but maybe it's the house I like is contemporary, but I don't like the furnishings like that. So I don't know what I would do in that room. It just, nothing looks comfortable to me.
I think it's like the Jetsons with those chairs. Kind of like this. This is kind of a combination of that cold room we looked at earlier, the minimalistic room, and then adding a little warmth with some pillows and a little color with the fireplace and the paintings. I kind of dig this. It looks clean.
Me too, but you got some hominess in there. Not so cold.
Yeah.
Eclectic. That's just taking a bunch of things and throwing it together. Sometimes in individual rooms, I don't think that's so bad. And I think a lot of people take a lot of these different things and form it into different areas of the house.
I'm waiting to see the XO neon, like XOXO neon in the back. Take it all the way to a true eclectic. Mid-century modern kind of looks like something you'd see in a basement. Big leather couches, different colors. Nothing matches. You know, if you really look at that room, nothing in there matches. To me, this is almost eclectic.
It's a hot design style from the exterior, though. I'll tell you that. Bohemian. Wow, I've never heard of this before.
I think of pretzels and cheese when I hear this.
This is getting really popular in my generation, like the greens, you know, the plants and whatnot, and the kind of hippie lifestyle.
Maybe living in the city and trying to get plantings around in your garden in there. So I don't know. I'm not too into that.
Classic farmhouse. Yep. This is very popular. If you look at those cabinets, they look to me like they were oak cabinets that got painted. This was probably golden oak, half remodel where they do the new countertops, new appliances, painted up the cabinets. I think it's a great alternative to spending 80 grand on a kitchen remodel. I mean, I think most people accept this nowadays as being okay. You know what I find, Chris, is a lot of people when they look at new construction, they don't ask anymore what the species of the wood is. They just ask if we have different colors, which is interesting because jetpack back to 2005, people would want to see like a cherry base with a black transparent stain on the top or natural. And then people used to buy wood species, cherry, maple, alder, hickory, whatever. Nowadays, they don't really even know what it is. A lot of times it's poplar. And then they're staining it.
This is the design that's been really prevalent for probably the last 3-4 years. That's still there, still hot. I like it. It's a little more modern farmhouse. It's not the kind of the small rooms and stuff. It takes kind of people are looking for open and bright, but yet bringing back yesteryear.
What do you think of the cooktop on the island?
I don't like that.
I get nervous about that too. Little kids sitting there and touching it, or if you're actually cooking on it. I usually tell people that have glass cooktops, you don't cook very often, just because it's minimal and it's clean. Most people that are heavy chef, orientated mindsets like to go gas, and then you need to vent that. And
those induction cooktops are amazing. You don't get burned at all. The pan's got to touch it to start it. It's crazy.
Kind of like it. It's the loft downtown in the warehouse district. Kind of fun. Reminds you where you are, but you're making it yours. Cozy, but yet still industrial.
People are doing that in houses too, like in the basement, leaving the rafters undone and thin coating of paint on them with all the exposed heat ducts and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Scandinavian. It's got a hint of the modern sleek lines.
Yeah, clean lines, simplistic.
They do something different with their cabinet heights too. I had a neighbor that did that. It was really interesting because it made a lot of sense, but it was really made for like cooking rather than our kitchens are for really entertaining.
Well, they do what they call a full overlay a lot of times on their doors and their drawers. See how it doesn't look like there's a stack of drawers, but it doesn't look like they're there.
Yeah.
The cabinet door actually fully extends over top of the entire frame, and then they gap it like a 1/4 inch. Looks like a big cabinet, like a box of wood or something. We were doing this a couple years ago with tongue and groove, painted wall or something with a little texture, just to change it up.
Shabby chic, I kind of like it too. French country, I think that back wall is super cool. Not into that kind of furniture. I'm into more what's comfortable versus what looks perfect.
Right before I built my last house here, I was in Architectural Digest magazine, and I saw a really cool feature where they have a stone wall inside the house like this, and then it extended outside and wrapped, so it looked like the wall, like they built the house around the wall. Of course, that's what I did when I built my house. Then I added my office. The office completely wrapped with stone all the way around inside and outside, and then I had where a glass wall touches it. But what's funny is, like, when I look at it, I still go, "Oh, that's really cool." But nobody notices it.
I think a coastal feel to me is, I love that because it just makes me think of there's water close by. But I don't think you can put this in the middle of the woods.
I'm sorry, I'm throwing up first. This is Las Vegas. I don't know. I'm not a fan. It's fun if you had a downtown condo or something, or you were very adult orientated house where there's bars, or this was off of a bar area in your house and you want it to be a little fancier, kind of. I think it could be fun and pulled off, but wallpaper's coming back, baby.
Desert modern.
Where's the sand?
No new things to say about this.
Right? Mediterranean, it's kind of cool. Kind of a chill vibe, kind of like that other one we looked at.
Whoa. I mean, if you had some views like that, get away with this kind of stuff a little more. I don't know if I could live in that. That needs to be, maybe I would go rent for a weekend just to experience it.
This is cozy woods. I like this.
That's what you're building up on your lake lot.
I'm not going to be allowed to do that up there, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to do something that's kind of more of a French country or a farmhouse or something like that on the lake with a couple blue pillows where you feel like you're at the lake.
Bauhaus? Wow. To me, that's a little more mid-century modern with that stone look kind of.
Interesting. Plants in your bed. I'm good. I like the idea of having tropical. To me, I would probably have, like that. I think that's an accent with plants. Lots of open windows. It looks more urban vibey, but the tropical plants are nice. I think nice accent. Light's kind of cool, contemporary.
You should have a mist machine in there too, for sure.
Called the Tommy Bahama fan, where it looks like it's a big palm leaf going around, the palm leaves.
I think this little vintage thing can turn into a bunch of different styles as you go. And I mean, you can see where they just took everything and whitewashed it. You could turn that fireplace into some wood, make those beams wood. You could do a lot of things to be able to warm that thing up. And I think that's kind of fun.
I've shown houses like that in Edina where they look kind of like that. Yeah, just nice, clean views of downtown, big TV, wood and leather, they're bringing textures.